The facilities department, we have enhanced our cleaning and disinfecting efforts. We have, as of yesterday, all of the schools have an electrostatic disinfecting cleaner, and the head custodians of every school every morning are going through the school and they're hitting all the touch points. Doorknobs, light switches, panic bars. The entire nurses suite is going to be disinfected, as well as all the fixtures in the bathrooms. The product that we're using is called BioEsk, and it's a natural product. It will cause no harm. It can go from direct contact from table to mouth. So if kids are eating in cafeteria, we had hit the tables, it's absolutely fine. There's no issues whatsoever. We have also updated or enhanced our disinfecting throughout the classrooms. So what we typically do is sanitize. What we've started to do now is disinfect more often. We don't want to disinfect every day, everywhere, because that's not good. But like on Fridays in the afternoons, we are disinfecting all the cafeteria tables and things of that nature. If there are any areas that are having issues where sickness and things like that, we're going to do our absolute best to get in there and take care of it. And that's not just for the coronavirus, in general. During flu season, from December until March, we're going to have a standard practice of upgrading our disinfecting to coincide with the flu season.
Please start playing that.
We are working directly with the CDC and, of course, the Department of Education as it relates, and I've been in continuous contact with superintendents across Monmouth County, seeing exactly what others are doing. There's ongoing efforts, but really Mrs. Walker is leading the way with her work and what she's doing with meeting with administrators, meeting with, of course, Mr. Cahill and Mr. Farrar, and just making sure that the effort is coordinated across the district. So I'll turn it over to you.
So the first thing we did is we put up information back at the very end of January that we had received. We put a letter with all links to the CDC and JDOE, Department of Health, all information about the virus, and that is being updated. The links are being updated regularly, but we're actually going to update the letter probably by the end of today. We're working on a new letter with just some additional information on what's going on. Basically, stuff that you've heard today is going to be in the letter, which wasn't in it. So that's the preventative step. Also, we are sending a letter to all our staff today, just reminding them this really isn't different the way we would handle anything different than we would during flu season, right, Walter? I mean, these guns were ordered before this whole coronavirus came. This is just another flu that we have to really work hard to prevent from spreading it in our schools. Also, things like new students coming into the school, or students that may be coming back from an extended trip or something overseas, we're contacting the Department of Health and finding out what the risk level is. So far, there is nobody, I can guarantee there is nobody here that the Department of Health has determined as a risk level. They have, they will contact the parent and, ask them questions, interview them, contact us back. The Board of Health will contact us back and say, low risk, high risk, no risk. Every person has been no risk that has been, contacted. We are looking at attendance letters and that type of thing to even some of the schools, Mr. Curry, have, incentives for students to come to school all the time. Those things are being, pushed to the side for right now. We don't want students to come to school sick. We don't want staff to come to school sick. And so we're going to work on that. The last piece of this is we're working on maintaining an education, some kind of education. Should there be some kind of, closure of a school, part of a school, or the district, the curriculum department is working on that.
The first thing we're going to hear, and I've already seen on Facebook a dozen times, is
the district tells us we can't miss X amount of days, but they tell you to keep your kid home sick, so what am I supposed to do?
Our position has always been that we will treat every child on an individual basis. We will handle every situation on a case-by-case basis, and we're going to continue to do that. What we are going to say is that we all should take a close look at what's happening right now, especially because when you really read all the research as it relates to this latest strand of virus, that for the vast majority of cases, the effects are maybe not as great originally as other strands of the flu. And if you're not immune compromised, or if you're not, it could run under the radar where people might come to school otherwise because the effects are less severe, and that would then cause a continuation of the spread. Well, like I said, we have a meeting with the DOE this afternoon at 4:15 where we're all gonna be online and hear what they have to say, and we'll take our direction. It's an ongoing process. We're going to be working with the DOE, we're going to be working with the CDC, and we're going to make sure that we're always current with our information and that we push that information out to all of you.